everyone, welcome to iExamB. Embrace the iExamB learning experience for 50% faster job preparation. I hope your preparation for the SEBI Grade A legal exam is now in full swing. We are now just 30 days away from your phase 1. Your phase 1 exam is going to be held on the 10th of January, and it is very critical that you move into a fast mode space for your preparation before this exam. Currently, you could fall in either of these status. Maybe you are just starting out and you had not prepared for either phase 1 or phase 2. Or you are not prepared for phase 1, but you are 20, 50 or 70% prepared for phase 2 because of some other exams or your interest in the topics of the phase 2. Or you are prepared and at least 50% prepared and confident about your phase 1 preparation and not started and focusing on the phase 2 right now. Or you are nearing 50%, 40 to 50% preparation for both phase 1 or phase 2. These are the most likely the status that you are in today, and how you can progress given your each of these categories, either of these categories that you are falling in today. What is it that you should do in the next 30 days to ensure that you are clearing phase 1 for sure? That is what we will discuss in this video today. Okay, before we start, I would also like to talk about and tell you that iExamB is now launching the quick revision and practice course for the last 30 days of your legal phase 1 exam. This is a revision and practice course and will consist of practice questions both for your paper 1 and paper 2, and provide you revision kind of content in the form of legal summary sheets for your paper 2, MCQ booklets for your paper 2 syllabus, and a lot of practice exam like mock test, 15 each for paper 1 and paper 2. You will also have access to PYP files, that is previous year paper files since 2020 for your SEBI legal exam. And currently you can avail the offer of 61% flat off on all the courses at iExamB as we celebrate our 9th anniversary this year. iExamB has been guiding for SEBI legal since 2020, and we are proud to be associated with the journey of various successful candidates over the years, each year increasing the selection rate with the highest selections coming from iExamB. Let's move ahead and understand given your current status, how you should progress. Before that, a quick recap of the exam pattern. Your exam happens in 2 phases. Phase 1 is consisting of 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is an aptitude paper testing you on your general awareness, English, quant and reasoning, and paper 2 will test you on your legal subject as per the syllabus given in the notification. Here there is a general cutoff, so as of now you are not competing with anybody but yourself. You need to have a minimum of 30 marks out of 100 for your paper 1, minimum of 40 marks out of 100 for your paper 2. However, the aggregate of both the papers should be at least 80 marks. In your phase 2, once you clear the phase 1, you move on to phase 2, and for phase 2 again you will be tested on 2 papers. Paper 1 will test your English drafting skills through a descriptive paper where you need to write an essay, a précis, and attempt a reading comprehension. This will be a 100 marks paper. Minimum 30% marks you are required, and it has a 1/3 weightage. Paper 2 will test you on your legal knowledge through both your objective and the descriptive format. 70 marks are dedicated to your MCQ type of questions, objective in nature, and 30 marks come from your descriptive questions on the phase 2 syllabus. 100 marks paper. This has a higher weightage of 2/3 for your final phase 2 marks, aggregate marks. This is the minimum cutoff required. However, the final cutoff for paper 2 is merit based. For phase 2 is merit based, right? Your syllabus is very, very different for phase 1 and phase 2 for legal. There is no overlap of topics. In phase 1, you are studying constitution, contract laws, CPC, transfer of property, arbitration and conciliation, limitation, administrative law, jurisprudence and interpretation of statutes, maxims and law of torts, and consumer protection. While in phase 2, you are tested on your criminal laws. The 3 new criminal laws are to be included: corporate laws and your securities law, right? So very different syllabus has to be attempted. So it is very, very important how you approach the syllabus for your both the phases given the exam pattern and the cutoffs. Right? So now let's come back what you need to do right now given your current status. So if you are just starting out, you still have a good 30 days to go. Is this enough? The answer is yes. And we also have an example for you. If you look at the various success stories on our channel, you will find the success story of Mrinal, who started preparation only after the notification came in, and by understanding and targeting the exam as per the exam requirement, he was able to successfully clear and reach the final stage. So if you want to hear, you can do that. However, as I stated, it is very important that you understand phase 1 is general cutoff. You are not competing with anybody and you need to clear the minimum marks requirement. As such, you need to start focusing on phase 1 only. Don't worry about the phase 2 right now. Your entire focus should be on phase 1. Here, ensure that in paper 1 you choose 2 subjects that can help you get that 30 marks, and then focus on 50 to 60% of the syllabus for at least, of course, maximize it as much as you can for your legal paper to ensure you are getting those additional 50 to 60 marks from your legal paper for phase 1. That is how you should move in a very focused manner for your phase 1 from now onwards. Okay. Here, looking at the PYPs is also very, very crucial. We have also done subject-wise analysis on our YouTube channel to help you further prepare for this. If you are in the second category where you have not prepared for phase 1, but you are aware and you have studied certain topics like criminal laws or corporate laws for phase 2, here also now is the time to focus on phase 1. Please understand, it is very important that you pay attention to paper 1 too. This is true for both the first and the second category candidates, because in similar exams like IFSC and PFRDA, we have seen 50 to 55% students failing to clear phase 1 because they could not manage clearing the minimum 30 marks criteria for paper 1 while they were very, very good with their legal topics. In phase 1, as you would have noticed over here, your topics that you are there in phase 1 are something that you also study in LLB, and it is easier for you to cover these at a higher speed. So none of the topics are very, very unique or different which you have never studied. So that will help you to prepare in a in a focused manner for your phase 1 and ensure that you are preparing and practicing enough for paper 1. We have separate strategy videos for paper 1 also. Within phase 1, as I stated, none of these subjects are acts are something that you have never studied before. You would have studied them during your LLB or otherwise have got some exposure towards them. The most within this also, if you have to choose, the most critical for you will be constitution. Within that, preamble, your part 1, 3, 4, 4A, 5 and 11 are the most critical sections that you need to study from the constitution. When it comes to contract, partnership, transfer of property and arbitration, understanding the basic concepts of contract, what do we mean by consideration, consent, what is a contingent contract, what is novation, what is rescission. So important concepts in all of these contracts, important definitions are very, very critical, which you should revise. When it comes to CPC, your part 1, 2 and the important orders are the most critical topics to be studied. Maxims, can be very, very scoring. And consumer protection is another act that you should study, which can give you a high return. We do expect 1 or 2 questions to come from consumer protection. So this is how you can progress if you fall in these 2 categories. Let's now talk about the students who are well prepared, at least 50% and above prepared for phase 1, and they are confident about it, but they have not started with phase 2. The next 30 days, how you can spread out is you can give and allocate some time to now phase 2. We know that phase 2 is the actual testing times where the competition with others starts. Phase 1, you are still competing just with yourself. Therefore, phase 2 and getting high marks, 80 plus, is very, very important in your phase 2 if you want to reach the final list. In that case, it is good to now start devoting some time to phase 2. You can spend 10 or maximum 12 next days to cover certain topics of phase 2, depending on your comfort and interest. It could either include corporate laws, focusing mostly on Companies Act, or the new criminal laws, right? So that is something that you can start with now. However, the remaining 80 to 20 days should be 100% devoted to phase 1, where you are focusing only on revision and practice. If you fall in the last category where you are 50% covered for both phase 1 and phase 2, you can still carve out around 8 to 10 days maximum for the remaining topics of phase 2 which you have still not studied. However, the last 20 days should be focused only on revision and practice itself. So this is how you should progress. I hope this will give you a clear direction of how the next 30 days have to be spent for your SEBI legal exam. You can reach out to us. You can download our app if you need any further assistance. You can even download this PPT from the description box for further reference. Wishing you all the best. If you have any other query, you can call us on this number or write to us at hello@iexamb.com.